Hi everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Colony. And today is the second part in our mackerel series. And we are going to be making a traditional dish. It's called mackerel rundown, but it is spelled run down. And it's actually seasoned coconut milk cooked down to an oily custard. Now, in the Caribbean, we use it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And we can also use other meat. But today, because we're doing mackerel, we'll be using the mackerel. If you'd like to see how I make this, then follow me and I'll show you how it's done. Now that we've cured our mackerel and we had it in the freezer, now it's time to prepare it. Now I took it out for about 10 to 15 minutes from the freezer, and it's now time to soak it a little while in some cold water. Now we're going to wash off some of the salt. Now we're going to soak it for about 10 minutes and before we boil it. Now I've decided to use the mackerel to make mackerel rundown, and as a result you'd need coconut milk or coconut cream in this case. Then I'll be using a little jerk seasoning. I'll also be using a little oil, garlic powder, thyme, and some black pepper. For seasoning, I'll be using 1 white onion, 1 tomato, half of a lemon, some garlic cloves, some pimento berries, 3 different colors for the bell peppers or sweet peppers as we call them, a Scotch bonnet pepper, and 2 stalks of spring onion, but I'm using only the green part. Now it's time to scald our mackerel, so we're going to drain this water off and we're going to take it to the stove to a pot of boiling water. Skin side down. Because mackerel is now delicate, you don't want to break it too much, so you put the skin side down. Whoops, then we're going to cover it and allow it to boil for 10 minutes. While the mackerel is boiling, let's prepare the seasoning. Now 8 minutes into your cooking, we're going to use a piece of lemon and squeeze it in our pot to take away or eliminate any rawness that mackerel gives. Because it was frozen, I've opted to use the scissors to cut it. I usually remove the seeds of my tomato, but you don't have to do that. Go on the seeds. This is what I don't want in it. Then we just roughly chop them after we've taken the seeds out. Now after 10 minutes, let's drain our mackerel. Now it's time to rinse with some cold water and then clean our mackerel. Some people leave the skin on, but I don't like the skin, and I'll be taking it off along with some bones. time for another rinse. Now it's time to remove the bones and then break them apart. No, taking out the bone is not necessary now because some people like it. I don't mind the bone, so we can keep it in if you want. So I'm going to show you. Just break it or leave it as it is. I don't mind the bones. And put it in there. Now it's time to add my coconut milk / cream, and I'm using a Dutch pot because it's heavy and it doesn't burn easily. When you put it in the thinner pots, they burn easily. I have to constantly watch them. Now it's time to fry off our fresh seasoning. I'm using a little bit of oil, I don't want much. Now we're adding our onion, sweet peppers, some garlic, and tomato and spring onions. Turning your stove low, we allow it to fry, get soft. Now that our milk is boiling, it's time to add our pimento berries. Let's turn the stove down a little so we don't want it to boil over. Now we're going to have a teaspoon of thyme. I'm going to allow this to reduce until you start seeing oil coming to the top of the pot, and I'm partially covering the pot. Now 20 minutes later, look, this is what we're looking for. This is exactly what we're looking for. The custard is already formed and the oil is at the top. Now it's time to add our fried off seasoning. Some people don't allow it to boil to oil, but I'm doing that because that's the way my mom taught me. Now to this, I'm going to add my piece of Scotch bonnet pepper. Teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now we stir this. That's what we're looking for here. I'm going to add a little jerk seasoning powder because I'm not sure the pepper is hot enough, and mackerel need pepper. So about a teaspoon, yeah? Stove down to low, and it's now time to add the mackerel. I'm allowing this to fry for another 5 minutes on low, and then run down. Guys, look at this. Let me draw it up closer so that you can see. Look at it. You can see the custard, the seasoning. Everything is nicely cooked together. It smells good. It tastes good. And guys, it's simple to make. Please give it a try. Guys, we add ours with roasted breadfruit. And my husband loves it with roasted sweet potatoes. But guys, you can have it with whatever you like. So go ahead and try it. Now, if you've liked what you've just seen, please remember, guys, to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And also remember to share my videos, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to touch the notification bell. Now, guys, thank you for watching and thank you for being so supportive. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.